Welcome to today's symposium covering the manipulative tactics that narcissists employ. We have a couple of psychologists who will be speaking on the topic. Please make them feel welcome. Our first speaker is Dr. Narcissists. Doctor, you have the floor.
Thank you, Zoot. The topic I want to cover first is rather a combination of two, but they reside on the same plane. The number one tactic of narcissists called gaslighting. It is generally accompanied by another tactic called deflection. This tactic is often done to get something that they want from a relationship, to make themselves look good, or to do as all narcissists do, deflect blame away from themselves and place it on others. This is most often done when they are guilty of wrongdoing and are either attempting to convince someone they are innocent, or they are attempting to direct the attention towards something or someone else and away from themselves. When accused of something, they will immediately try to get others to focus their attention on another person or persons, often making things up about that person just to further take the attention off of themselves. A perfect example of this is an asshole named Jeff. He is guilty of stealing over $5,000 from unknowing people on YouTube through fraud. When people have called him out on this, he immediately starts deflecting the attention toward others. He writes long rants full of absolute lies trying to get people to focus on the other people he rants about, simply for the purpose of taking the focus off of himself. He will fabricate stories full of his own nonsense about these other people. He will lie and do whatever it takes to get the attention off of himself. The interesting thing is, these other people have done nothing wrong. They have not set up a site to steal money through supposed donations for what was supposed to have been a good cause. They have not hacked into innocent people's accounts and stolen money from them. They have not made promises they did not keep. Meanwhile, this piece of shit has done all of these things. Yet he tries to gaslight and deflect the attention toward these innocent people while he still steals all he can get his hands on.
Thank you, Doctor. Our next speaker is Dr. Psychobabble. Welcome, Doctor.
I'm speaking about three things that are essentially in the same category. Those are projection, playing the victim, and subsequent smear campaign. When someone is unable to handle their negative feelings or acknowledge their bad behaviors, they may project them onto someone else. In these cases, the recipient of their projection is usually accused of doing the very same things that the individual is doing themselves. For example, a narcissist who is projecting may believe that someone else is angry, when in reality they are the one who is angry, but are uncomfortable with this feeling. This may also be evident in romantic relationships in the form of accusing a partner of cheating, when in fact they are the ones being unfaithful. A narcissist will often play the victim after engaging in harmful or vengeful behaviors, turning any sympathy and attention onto themselves. They might do so by saying that they were the ones who were hurt or manipulated instead of the real victim. Due to their convincing nature, projection, and cognitive distortions, they can be quite convincing and often have outsiders confused as to what the truth is. A smear campaign occurs when a narcissist creates a web of lies or exaggerations in order to discredit and isolate a person. This is typically done publicly, and to anyone who will listen. The victim's friends and family are not exempt. For instance, a person breaks up with their partner, and their ex in turn begins to spread rumors about them within close-knit social circles. Slowly, this person notices that their supports are turning away from them, and reducing contact. The cruel end result of this is that oftentimes the victim is left with limited support, as their loved ones may believe the lies spread against them. When they try to report the abuse they are experiencing, they are treated as if they are the one causing the problems. Again, the perfect example of this is Jeff. He is the one scamming people and hacking into their bank accounts, yet he turns around and plays the victim, claiming he is being falsely accused when anyone with half a brain knows he's guilty. While the people he accuses have done absolutely nothing wrong, he fabricates lies and attempts to discredit what they're saying about him so he can keep his scams going and continue to have donations come in. His tactics are not new. They are the same tactics all scammers and narcissistic assholes like him employ. People like him were often born in a toilet, because they really are pieces of shit. And like any normal turd, they should have been flushed at birth. The worst thing about that human trash, they have no conscience and feel no guilt for anything they do. The best we can hope for is that they get eaten by a giant cockroach looking to feed on fecal matter, or a large buzzard mistaking them for a smelly carcass.
Thank you, gentlemen. We appreciate your words of wisdom. Okay folks, that's it for today. Thank you for listening.